By the way, I got a second piercing in my nose. Do you like it? So I live up. It's a guy yelling. He's delivering something or selling something. But this is where I live, up there, up the street I just came from. Nice little guest house run by a woman. $7 a night. A lot of people come to eat. Here's restaurant. Here's the kitchen. I think because it's relatively cheap, but it's not the cheapest, but it's close. And there's not a lot of other restaurants around here, and it's a really steep hill to be going up and down. So I think they monopolized on that. Not fancy or anything. I ate there last night. It was totally fine. Didn't make me stomach sick or anything. Yeah. On my way to a bank because I ripped one of my 500 rupiah, and I don't want to just throw away 500 rupiah, so they said they can take it at the bank. So yeah. Kind of want to be careful walking in the house because you never know when they're gonna take a shit or start pissing. So I'm always careful of that. I have to notice I have my shoulders covered because this one goes off my shoulder, my shirt. That covered. Some say you should still wear a scarf even if you have allergies like me. Places like Rishikesh or even India might get to you. I bought a couple of masks, but they're just not suitable. Like one mask is like too small. And if you go ask for a mask, that's like the main mask that they give you. It's like black and it's like child size. And the other one is too thin. So like a lot of the dust and stuff can get to me. But I think I'm starting to adjust to it. Just fair warning. This is where I'm getting my chai. Just making it in there. This is my view. The smoke. Not the best view, but it's relaxing. So what I'm realizing in Rishikesh that I actually realized a couple days ago is that there's only a few ATM spots around here, and they run out of cash really quickly. So there's usually just like one or two that's working out of the three that I know so far, and they're not always that close together. So I guess the advice would be to pull the money out that you need, because there's a chance that you won't be able to do it on a day that you need the cash. There are places that accept cards, but not a lot of them. So the one place that was open for some reason is not accepting my bank. It's not saying declined or anything, it's just saying canceled. And that's it. The other ATM that I was using is out of cash. And so now I am walking far away to find another ATM. Plus I do have 500 rupiah on me, but it's ripped in half. I have to go to the main bank to get it replaced, and I don't know where it is this far. On the bright side, it's quiet. There's not a lot of traffic, so that's rare. So one of the things you figure out how to do when you're traveling is not stress and kind of go with the flow. So yes, I don't really have any money because the ATMs don't have cash and it's not accepting my card. And yes, I don't know where the main bank is, but you know what? I'm gonna sit down and have a chai. Let me enjoy my moments. So I got my chai. This is, I don't know what that is. Okay. Something to splash out of the truck, and I don't know what it is. I think I got ginger cardamom chai or just cardamom chai. It's really good. Okay, first impressions of Rishikesh. I love it, first of all. According to a woman I met 8 years ago, it's way worse than it used to be 8 years ago. Apparently there was a lot more nature and stuff, and all the build-up that you see now wasn't here. But I think that's just the evolution of tourism. It's a double-edged sword. We'll talk about that in another video. But I love it. It's not just spiritual for foreigners or Westerners and stuff like that. A lot of local Indian people also come here on pilgrimages and to see the temples and to bathe in the Ganga or the Ganja. I think that's why it adds to the whole, like, everyone comes to India or Rishikesh to get spiritual, because it is a spiritual place in general. So this looks sketch. It's actually a nice shortcut to where I need to go. Off the main road. And someone showed me this way, so I didn't just stumble upon it. But you get to a nicer pavement in a second. But it gets you closer to the river. More of an interesting pathway. Namaste! Oh, let's get back. It's okay. I have to get used to saying namaste. It's a pretty way. It's a pretty word. I'm always saying it in yoga. So just to say it, it's like namaste, namaste. Makes you feel very spiritual already. Yeah, as a female solo traveler, I wouldn't recommend an off-beaten path alone at night like this. I would stay on the main road where it's well lit and a lot of traffic. Just want to make that clear. But in the daytime or with other people, I like this path better because it's just away from traffic. It's like quieter. You like just nature. It's really nice. Some old man keeps stopping. Like he drives a little bit and then he stops and he like looks at me while I walk by. He's not even Indian, just some old guy, some old foreigner. I just learned a lesson, which you guys probably already corrected me on. I'm saying ganja. Ganja is weed. I was saying Ganja River. That's weed. It's Ganga. Duh, Shamika. Duh. God. Where's your mama? I don't want her to charge me. Hi. Aww. Hi. Do you think I have food? I think they're really dirty. They were like, you have nothing. Okay, I'm gonna sanitize my hands now. Hi. Do you want a pet too? Do you want a pet too? Okay. You didn't want me to touch him. You did not consent. Just in case all y'all screaming. Hand sanitizer. I like his face.